About a year ago, I made this ball teleporter. It was nothing complicated, but it was still a pretty cool illusion. I got a comment on the video that described an idea for a similar illusion, but instead of it just happening one time, I could add a track underneath so it is continuous, almost like a portal. I really like this idea, so I'm going to try to build it. For the design, I'm thinking something like this. Where the ball comes out of this little part right here, rolls down the ramp, and exits here, and then there will be a channel underneath where the balls can just kind of stay on this ramp, and then I'll have some type of lifting mechanism here, maybe like a wheel, where the balls can be lifted up, and then I'll have a motor on the other side here that I can like fine-tune the RPM so then it perfectly times the ball entering and exiting the ramp. So I'm now going to try to find a good lifting mechanism to add right here to lift the balls up to the top. I found this marble pump design by SolidWorks Fun, and I think it'll work pretty well because the wheel can be pretty small and then just pump the balls up a tube that can be pretty thin, so it should fit within the mechanism. I 3D modeled the ball pump mechanism in CAD, and I'm going to 3D print and test it before moving on to the final portal illusion. I also split the mechanism into parts so it is easier to assemble and so I don't need supports when 3D printing. So I assembled this test ball pump mechanism. If I open it up, you can see this wheel that has the 4 notches in it that these balls will then just slide right into. It'll lift up here. And then this little bar here, once both sides are on, will force the ball up here. It'll get to about there, and then once another ball comes through, it'll roll out this side. And I just have a stepper motor screwed in the back here, and then it's just connected to this arduino that's running a pretty simple code just to turn the motor at like 10 RPM continuously. So if I turn the power supply on, you can see the wheels turning in there, and then if I drop one ball in, you can see it goes in, and then it'll stop right there and balance up and down as it goes into the notches coming through. And then once I add a second ball, that one will just get a little higher, and then it needs a third one to come through. And that third one will push it out. The biggest flaw with this is the ball doesn't consistently drop into here, but that won't be a problem with the final mechanism because I won't have a drop like that. But I will probably shorten this piece right here, so then this curve back here will force it out after only 2 balls, not needing a third to go through. Since the test ball pump mechanism worked, I went ahead and did the final design for the portal illusion. So if I make it transparent, you can see here how the ball will enter the top, roll down and go to the bottom channel, and then it will get lifted up by the ball pump mechanism and then go through again. And then just just like the test mechanism, I split it up into multiple pieces so it'll fit on my printer. So here are the two printed pieces for the first part of the mechanism. And I'm going to go ahead and assemble this to make sure it all works before printing the rest. I'm just going to take the wheel from the test mechanism to save time. Seems to be working. You can see the ball coming up there. I'll add some more. Yes, I think it's working pretty well. So I'll go ahead and print the next piece. In case you were wondering, this is what the code looks like. As you can see, it's very short and it's easy to change the RPM. The last part's finished printing, so I'm now going to assemble the final portal illusion. Before I show you the final results, I wanted to let you know that all of the files for this build can be found on my Maker World page, and the step-by-step instructions can be found on my website. The links to both are in the description. Thank you for watching.